So, this video is basically going to be me giving you guys tips on how to improve your front flips if you're already learning. This is not a tutorial on how to do a front flip. This is for people who are trying to land it or just need improving, like I do. I need to improve my front flips. And also I'm trying to do web rig today. So yeah. So here's some tips on how to improve your front flips. And yeah. Kind of. So my first piece of advice on how to improve your front flips is to make sure you jump high. Like, jumping high is like the second most important, or one of the most important things you need to be able to do in order to do a really good front flip. Because if you're jumping low, then you're just gonna land like flat back, or you'll land like really close to the ground. That's something that I'm having trouble with, and I need to work on. Another thing to consider when you're doing front flips is your tuck. You have the normal front flip, you have the Russian front flip, and then you have the Webster front flip. With the Webster, in terms of this subject, the Webster doesn't really matter because you don't have to tuck with the Webster. You can, but it's not necessary, so I won't include it in this subject, but I will include the normal front flip and the Russian front flip. So basically, your tuck is the other most important thing when doing a front flip. So like how fast you tuck, how hard you tuck, and the correct time to release that tuck is all the factors of how you're going to land your front flip, whether you're going to land close to the ground or standing, or like just lightly bent knees. Another thing to keep in mind doing front flips is your rotation. So how fast you whip that block jump around, and that also depends on what your landing is going to be, and also if you're going to land it. Because if you have bad rotation, you're probably going to like slip on your feet and then fall on your back, or you're just going to land flat back. So make sure when you do your block jump and you go into that tuck, you go really fast, really hard, so that you can land. And the last thing, and probably the most important thing in the front flip is your landing. Now you don't want to land flat-footed, because landing flat-footed is just gonna hurt everything. You want to land on the balls of your feet, so that's like where your toes are. So it's like right here, about. You want to land there, and you want to make sure that you stick your landing. So whether it's like you land and then you just stand up and walk out of it, or you land and you get up and run out of it. Rolling out of it is also pretty cool if it's like off a height, but when you're doing it on flat ground, unless you're doing it on purpose, of course. If you're doing a flip and then rolling, and it's on accident, just try your best to stick that landing. Just make sure you get the rotation enough so that you don't have your chest still going forward and you have to go into a roll. Because on flat ground, it doesn't really look that cool unless you're flipping over something. But that's pretty much all you need to know about doing front flips. So that's basically all I got for you guys today. I learned to do a Webster, I think that's a fair reason to make this video. And also, this video is also for the people who are starting to learn their front flips and need advice on how to improve them. Now, someday, once I get better at my front flips, I'll do a tutorial, an actual tutorial on front flips. But right now, we're just gonna have to stick with this. I still have a lot to improve in my own front flips, so I just want everyone else to learn or hear some of the things I have to say about what I need to improve, and hopefully these tips help you guys improve your front flips as well if you're learning them. If you haven't started learning them yet, this video isn't really going to help you that much. Maybe it will, I don't know. That's up to you guys to decide. But anyway, I'm the Wanted Free Runner, and I'll see you guys next time.